What's up, everybody? My name is Alcide Soares. I'm your host, the Mozambican guy. Man, it's amazing to be back. It's amazing. I already have my set right now, and I'm hoping would be changing. This is my first time putting this set. As you know, the last videos I didn't have this set, but now I have it. So I'm hoping you guys will like it. These pictures is from my wedding, and this other one is a wedding that we took here at Bridge Studios. So as you know, I have a company called Bridge Studios. We're still 3 guys, and the video before that I will link you in the description can tell you all the co-founders and my partners on this business, which is Nace and Alex. So I will link you guys below so that you can check out the videos, the previous video that I did about our trip to Wajahane Majakazi in Gaza province. So yeah, this is my new set and I'm loving it and it's good. Oh my god, my eye. And I'll actually divide these tutorials in 2. The first one I will just go over through my workflow, what I do in Lightroom and in Photoshop. I won't go in depth in terms of what I do, especially. I will be quite fast, so we'll be I'm sorry for any of you if I miss one of you guys out there, but if something I don't explain, I will link you guys below to tutorials, the people that I actually inspired me to work as fast as I'm working right now, because nothing that I'm doing I discovered myself, but I have to learn from other people like Chris Mason is a Nigerian photographer who's an amazing in terms of retouching, and Sadownska is one of them that she showed me some few tricks in Lightroom. I already knew some other stuff. You can go to Phlearn. Phlearn is one of the amazing guys on YouTube. He will teach you anything about Photoshop and Lightroom, but especially and specifically for Photoshop guys. So let us dive in. Right now I'm in Photoshop. To explain to you, for those out there who are procrastinating, not doing any work and learning Photoshop, guys, the Apple that I'm using, I don't know what's MacBook is this, because I'm not sponsored by Apple, so I'm not doing this for them. But then I'm using this, what is this? Logitech mouse for editing, and all the pictures that you have seen on my Instagram, you can go actually on the link below. We'll link my Instagram, my Facebook page. All the pictures that you see there retouched, I just retouched with my mouse because I don't have a pen, because in Mozambique they don't sell pens, so I have to import that from the US or South Africa, and I don't have a money for it, so I'm working as little budget as I can. Let me push this computer here, and I'm using this it's a cloth used to clean screens and windows and stuff, and because this is a plastic table, those frames they used to be in my living room, so I took them just for the sake of the video, and I'm using this cloth so that I can the mouse can work properly. Okay, so I think I already said enough about my backgrounds, so let's jump into it. Myself, I like my pictures a little bit warm. That's the way my style. You can like your picture in a little bit colder, or your style. I have some presets here on the left. This is like SLR Lounge presets for wedding presets, but I don't use all of them. I use some of it. And here, so what I do, I think this picture is exposed fine, so I just play a little bit of my blacks here. I play a little bit with my whites. I think that's too much, and I diminish a little bit of the highlight because of I can get a little bit overexposed on the white here, and I go a little bit play with the tint. I think I like that, and then the yellow just a bit. At this point, I'm looking straight to the skin, not as a whole picture, because the whole picture will be changing that. I can have a lot of effect. I'm sorry for the eye, guys. So what I was saying, when I'm editing the picture, I'm always looking at the skin and some color tones, if I'm not overexposed or underexposed or anything. But most of the time, I'm worried about overexposing. So I think this is good. I will see that's before, that's after, before and after. I think there is really a big difference there. Sometimes I just like increase a little bit of clarity, to be a little bit sharper. And I play a little bit of the color, especially the orange one. just to bring a little bit more the skin to pop. Let's see the before and after. Okay, and I have to go back a little bit with the highlight so that I can adjust. I don't want to overexpose the white there. And what else? Sharpening, I just go a little bit, sharpening 70. And then I learned this trick from the lens correction thing from Sadownska. I think it's Anita Sadownska. Guys, just check her out. She's really amazing. I will link you guys below her YouTube channel, or even her some of her videos, so you can go and subscribe to her channel. So that's mostly what I do. So let's see before and after. You can see such a big difference there. So after this, I just right click on my mouse, I go edit in Photoshop CS6. The Lightroom that I'm using is Lightroom CC 2015, as you can see from here, but I'm using Photoshop CS6. Just it's saying that you wanna, it will pop this information. I just say open anyway. I haven't read that really properly. When I say open anyway, just open directly Photoshop. Let's wait. The picture will load to Photoshop. It's loading. My computer is not as fast. So this is how I edit my picture, right? This is like the first part. This first part of this tutorial, I will show you how to edit all the pictures. How my workflow is from Lightroom, what I've showed you, until Photoshop. And then on the second tutorial, which will be basically the same exact tutorial, but I will just divide. Now I will show you the whole my workflow, how it goes. And then in the other one, I will show you how I will color correction and do the other things, process much faster, so that you can work as fast as you can editing your pictures. You will take somewhere around 10 minutes retouching your pictures, things like that. Press Command J in Mac and Control J for PC users to duplicate it, and then let's zoom in. We change, I will press J to change for healing brush. So what I will do in the healing brush, it's basically just take out a little bit of blemishing and wrinkles. So we back. As you can see, let me zoom in a little bit. That's how my wife's skin look like right now. So if I click here on the eyeball and activate and deactivate, you can see there's some correction. You can see, like, let me zoom in just a little bit more on her belly and here on the arm. If I click to activate, you can see what did I do there, and you can see on her face as well what happened. It's not perfect, but what I'm trying to show you here is to do as fast as I can so that I can show you how my workflow is. And right now, now that I know that I did just a little bit adjustment on her skin, what I want to do right now is correct just a bit of the background. In this case here, for this picture, I won't correct the background because I like the way it is, very natural. So being natural, I can just correct a little bit just this side, but that would be it. The way that I correct it, I go to my clone tool and I diminish the flow until I have like around 8 something. Sample the place that I wanted to clone, and then voila. You see? Simple as that. It's not that much that I do. It's very settled adjustment that I do for the background, having in mind that, oh shoot, it's cloning things that I don't want. Having in mind that I don't want to really correct as really well this background, because as I've come to learn, sometimes it's really okay having that imperfection on the background. It gives a texture, right? That she is on a background. So I like having that, imperfection on the background sometimes. Sometimes I can take everything out. I know how to do that. But for this sake of the tutorial, I'm not showing you how I change my background and stuff. I will just show how my workflow is. Okay, so now I did the background. You can see from the background it's changing something. Look at this part of the picture, and here it changed. So what I do next is duplicating the layer, and I group both of them, and I call this FS, which is an abbreviation for frequency separation. And then before I do the frequency separation, I guess now I will go and play a little bit with my color. I go to the adjustment layers, and I will press here on the selective color. Most of the time I play just with the reds. For this picture, I will play just a little bit with the reds and the yellow, and a little bit of, I think I would darken a little bit, and I will change for the black. I think I'll put just a little bit of the yellow on the black, not that much, 1%, and I can just darken just a little bit, just a touch over there. It's too much actually. I mean, this is the thing that I don't like about playing with the blacks, because any kind of minor adjustment you do, it will affect the whole overall picture. So you should be careful with that. I think probably that, like in 1% of the neutral. I don't play with the high with the whites, but if I would do, I'll probably put like just a little bit of cyan. Okay. We're back, guys. The light was off because, as you know, I'm not plugged it in in the power. At the power, I don't know. I'm not plugged in, so I'm using my battery. Both of the lights, it's the batteries. So if the batteries run off before I finish the tutorial, I have to stop. So yeah, that's unfortunate there. So as I said, I just play a little bit with the whites and the blacks, and then the reds. Let's see before and after. I like the way it looks. I would probably like and leave it this way, but most of the time I go to color filter or photo filter. I just like doing minor, like really minor adjustment. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I like the way it is right now. So, and then for last not least, I just play a little bit with with the color balance, putting a little bit of magenta, a little bit of yellow. As I said, that's how I like my colors, a little bit of the reds. Before and after, this is good. So I group all these adjustments and call this color. So I have a color, I have a frequency separation. There's one more missing, is this one. This is for, curves, and then I just put a little bit of white in the curves, and then I will call this high. I'm just hoping that I'm spelling it right. Highlights, I'm hoping that's that. And then I will do just another curve. I'll put underneath, and then just a little bit of black. And there we go. Just a touch. You can see from let me diminish there. I mean, I'll put it on 100%. You will see what I'm going to do. This is kind of shadow, right? Let's group both of this, and let's call this contrast. It's better for you to put your work organized, because otherwise, if you give somebody else to do your work or to finish your project, or even to edit for you because you don't have the time, people will know what they're dealing with. If it's a really professional retoucher, he will know what those things means, and he will know how to work. From where you left. So when you're organizing, it's better, and it's easier for you to remember, because you won't remember the way you organize your layers if you don't give them a name and what other layers stand for, and things will be messy. So you naming them and putting them in a group, it makes it much easier for you to edit. So what I do with these layers, the curves layers, I will double click. It will open blend if mode, because I'm dealing with the highlights. I'm taking out the shades until here, and I'll press Alt or Option, and I will do press and hold and and grab there. I like that. Let's see before and after of this. It's before, after, before and after. You can see just a light that's added. I will do the same thing, blend if mode. This time, because I'm dealing with the black or shadow curve. So I will take out the white, and you can't see that much, but it's really, it's there. I think until here it's fine, and I can take just a little bit or more. Okay, let's see. Before and after, you can see she really popped. She now has that three-dimensional look. The picture has that three-dimensional look. So most of the time, this is me, by the way, over-exaggerating, but I will just diminish a little bit the opacity of the highlights there. Just a little bit, I would say 75% or 74%, it will depend. I think it's good now. I cannot stop being professional. So that's how. Let me click the photos while holding the Alt Option key right now, and click the photo. You can see that's before, that's after, that's before, that's after. It really did like really pretty and amazing work. So we will turn it off, these two. So went back for our pictures here. I will link you guys below Aaren, Nace, or somebody else, but especially Aaren, Nace, how to do frequency separation. I won't explain to you what's a frequency separation, but I will just, go to the subscription, to the link below, and we will see Aaren, Nace explain what's a frequency separation, how to do it. I just do my own way to be much faster. So I'll go to I will click here, linear, to my blending modes. I click the linear light and I will switch it off. And I'll go to the other LED, to the LED beneath on it. Go to blur, filter, blur, gazing and blur. And I think this set, let's see, it's too much. I think that's good, right? So I will activate the layer app that there has a blending mode, linear light blending mode. And I will come to image, and I'll come apply image. And I will go to the blending modes. I would select subtract. Scale, I will leave it 2. Offset, I will leave it 1.8. Layers, you have to select the layer that has the blurry. Otherwise, that it won't work. So it's a layer 1 that has the image that I just blurred with the gazing and blur, which is this one. So I would place this one. You can see right away, it looked like normal, you see? So I'm pressing OK. So from now, it doesn't mean that it's finished. This is just a process for you to do something else. So I will duplicate that by pressing Command J or Control J for those on PC. I will hold my Alt Option and go here on the separation, those two layers in the middle. I will press here, and then I will make it, what is it called? Clipping mask. Yes, I was forgetting the name. So you will make a clipping mask by holding Alt and pressing here. So I will work with this mask, but let me duplicate this, the same layer, and I will show you guys what I will do with other layer. Whoa, Command J, and I will do a clipping mask as well, this one. I will deactivate this one. We'll work only with this one. This one, what I will do the frequency separation. I learned this from Prison Mason, and I will link you guys again below how he does his, frequency separation thing. You go to the brush and you go and look for mix brush tool. You press mix brush tool, and then you have it. What you're gonna do here is probably like adjust here. You can see all these presets here up. You can put this preset, especially the mix and the flow. You can put the numbers you want, but I will just show you if this is like around 20 or 30, how it look like. It just, it's doing too much. So I don't want that. I want to do like a really subtle adjustment, like really smooth adjustment for this one. So what I will do, this one I will just, and I'll only do my mixed brush in the parts. Don't extend it that much. So there we go. So I'm trying to increase and decrease the brush size, always to. I don't know what actually this thing does really properly, but it's kind of replicating the colors and smoothing the skin to the parts that I feel that I need. I see myself evolving a lot in terms of editing, especially retouching. This is the way that I'm doing right now in my, like in terms of my work, but I'm pretty sure that by time I will be changing and look for something very settled and stuff. I know that things right now, probably I'm overdoing it. But yeah, it's all the process of learning. Before you're becoming like really a professional retoucher, you're supposed to do some mistakes, by the way. I mean, not exactly supposed to do it, but then you will do some mistakes. You will make some mistakes. So yeah, guys, I just finished painting. You can see before, after, before and after, before and after the painting, before and after the painting. That was before and after, but I can also diminish just a little bit. The painting, before and after, before and after. It's settled. This is way, way, way beyond what I was thinking that would look like. And then, now that I did this, look, the magic, right? I can just click the contrast, voila, before and after. There we go. The picture now it's looking three-dimensional. I can just click the color. There we go. Guys, it's easy, it's simple, it's fun. From here, what I do is just press Command S or Control S for those on PC. You can see from here, it's saving directly to Lightroom, and it's going there. I just finished here. You guys will see how this will look like. Let me go to Lightroom, open Lightroom, and boom! That's before and after. This is before, but you know, doing the Lightroom adjustment. This is coming from Photoshop and still putting some color clarity and some vignettes and some sharpening. Let me do some comparison. This picture and this picture. Let's go. Where is it? Here. There we go, guys. This is how the picture look like. This is before and this is after. Before and after, before and after. You can see it's a really humongous difference, right? And I mean, it's not perfect. There is a lot I would improve with time. But what I'm saying is, if you can do this really fast, you can really satisfy a lot of clients. You can actually be able to manage by, you know, being very fast in terms of workflow and editing. So this is my workflow-ish. So if you can take the pictures from here, you know, to here, you can already satisfy a client. They can already pay you, you know, to do their photo shoot and stuff, and they can be really satisfied by it. So thank you so much, guys, for being here, and see you on the next video, part 2 of the same tutorial. So, merci beaucoup, Kani Mambo, obrigado. Thank you, and see you at the next one. Cheers.